The chair recognizes the gentlelady from California for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I urge adoption of my amendment to fully fund the Securities and Exchange Commission, one of Wall Street's top sheriffs, at the President's request of $1.7 billion and at no cost to the taxpayer. The United States has the most vibrant capital markets, which are the envy of the world. Both large and small businesses looking to raise capital are able to do so with incredible efficiency and at minimal cost. Businesses are able to do this because their investors know that there are strong rules of the road and a regulator that will hold them accountable. The underlying bill, however, undermines the SEC by cutting nearly $300 million, or nearly 20%, from the requested level. Wall Street's COP is woefully underfunded already, and one need only look as far as its IT budget compared to just a few of the entities it oversees. In fiscal year 2013, the IT budgets of the 6 largest financial institutions equaled an amount more than 100 times that of the SEC. Although my Republican colleagues suggest that they are generously providing an increase, they use budget gimmicks to mask real cuts to IT infrastructure. The world's capital markets have grown at an ever-accelerating rate, and likewise, so have the SEC's responsibilities. Today, the SEC oversees 11,000 investment advisors, 10,000 mutual funds, 4,450 broker-dealers, the securities exchanges, clearing agencies, credit rating agencies, and other self-regulatory organizations. The SEC also reviews the disclosures of nearly 9,000 public companies. And following the 2008 financial crisis, Congress significantly increased SEC's responsibilities by requiring oversight of hedge funds, municipal advisors, and certain derivatives by passing Dodd-Frank. My amendment is needed to support all of these activities. The Republican bill also includes substantial carve-outs, which will lead to cuts to enforcement and examinations. The SEC will have to impose hiring freezes for lawyers that would have brought enforcement cases against bad actors. Last year, SEC recovered $3.4 billion in 2013, or twice the amount that would fully fund the agency. The SEC will also have to furlough examiners under the Republican bill, examiners that are needed to reduce the backlog of investment advisors that have never been visited by the SEC. There is broad opposition to the Republican funding level. The White House says that at this level, the SEC would be unable to add critical positions in market oversight, compliance, and enforcement to carry out its financial oversight responsibilities. What is really disappointing is that Congress can fund the SEC at any level without affecting the debt and deficit. There are no budget savings from cutting the SEC. That is because the SEC's budget is paid through tiny fees on securities transactions. Here's what CalPERS, the largest public pension plan in the United States, says about SEC funding. The Commission's work can't be achieved without the resources it needs to be effective. The SEC needs to be given the tools to do the job, full and independent funding, quote unquote. In addition, investor advocates like the AARP, the Consumer Federation of America, as well as industry groups like the Investment Advisors Association and the Financial Planning Association all support fully funding the SEC, and so should you. A fully funded SEC helps America's entrepreneurs raise funds to finance jobs and development. A fully funded SEC ensures that our markets operate efficiently. A fully funded SEC protects the hard-earned savings, funding our nation's retirement and our children's education. So I would urge adoption of this amendment and reserve the balance of my time.
Gentlelady's time has expired. Gentlelady is recognized.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Mr. Chairman and members, listening to my friend on the opposite side of the aisle, you would think that the SEC has no additional responsibilities. As I quoted in my presentation, the world's markets have grown at an ever-excelling rate, and likewise so have the SEC's responsibilities. Today, the SEC oversees 11,000 investment advisors, 10,000 mutual funds, 4,500 broker-dealers, the securities exchanges, clearing agencies, credit rating agencies, and other self-regulatory organizations. The SEC also reviews the disclosures of nearly 9,000 public companies. And following the 2008 financial crisis, Congress increased SEC's responsibilities by requiring oversight of hedge funds, municipal advisors, and certain derivatives by passing Dodd-Frank. So, my friend on the opposite side of the aisle disregards all of this, as if the SEC doesn't have these expanded responsibilities. They certainly do, and they should be paid for. And again, this does not increase any debt. This is paid for through the many companies that have to pay a small fee, and they will not allow those fees to be used to support the work of the SEC and the IT needs that they have. It does not make good sense. I yield back to the gentleman, and I thank him for the time.